The calendar is flipped to December, and Friday nights are spent indoors. You are looking at the Trojan Trench in the beautiful burb of Bourbon, Indiana, where tonight it's a battle of the unbeatens. The 1-0 Northwood Panthers taking on the 2-0 Triton Trojans on this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. And how you doing, everybody? Alongside my business and broadcast partner, Angelo DiCarlo, and Bo Hunt patrolling the sidelines. It's Chuck Freebie. So great to have you with us for another exciting night of high school basketball on Sports Michiana. The Northwood Panthers just 2 years removed from winning the state championship, but almost all of those players who were on that team are gone. Aaron Wolf says his team is looking for its identity right now. Based on last night, I'd say the identity is winning again.
Yes, and they had a great three-point shooting night last night, and they have a lot of size. So if they can get that going all year long, Aaron said, sign me up. Certainly a great opening night for them in the win over Tippy Valley. But it's an interesting dynamic, just 2 returning starters from last year, but 5 senior starters. So while they don't have the experience at the varsity level starting, they have a lot of experience in terms of their age. I think that bodes well, led by Aaron Wolf as the head coach.
And what can you expect from the Panthers offensively? Your guess is as good as the head coach's.
I think it might be something different. I think we're just waiting for the season to unfold to try to put the pieces together and see what we can be very successful at doing. And I think last night, we had some insight out. And I think maybe that tonight it might just be like where it might be another player or it might be somebody else in a different form that steps up. So we're excited.
Northwood faces a Triton team that went all the way to the semi-state a year ago. They returned 3 all-conference players from that team. One of them was the league MVP, so the expectations are very high here in Bourbon.
No question about it, and overall 4 returning starters, and then the 5th starter this year, a very talented sophomore, so they like what they have. The one thing they don't have on this team is height. That could be a problem in particular here tonight against Northwood, but overall, this is a team that everyone in the area expects to make another deep playoff run because of what they did last year and having 4 of the 5 starters back.
And
it's going to have to be a team effort. You know, obviously, we're going to have to fight every possession. Obviously, you know, they do a great job of getting it inside out. We're going to have to defend inside and contest their threes outside, and the big thing is boxing out.
Bo Hunt joins us on the sidelines tonight. And Bo, when you were playing, you frequently had to guard people that were much bigger than you in height. Well, that's the problem for the Triton Trojans tonight against this tall, rangy Northwood team. So how do the Trojans defend?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is you have to box out. In order to do that with guys that are 3, 4, 5 inches taller, you have to get the body on them right away. As soon as that shot goes up, find your man, get a body on him, put a little elbow into him if you have to a little bit, show them that you're there as well. But they got to box out right away tonight, guys.
Well, it's a feeling of Americana here in the Trojan Trench tonight. A lot of red, white, and blue with the Northwood Panthers taking on the Triton Trojans. Our Ferret Custom Roll Forming pregame show will roll on, but first we'll meet our Tony Letcher Student Athletes of the Week, and it comes your way next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. The Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Tony Letcher Health Markets, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Big C Lumber, Ferret Custom Roll Forming, McInnes Realty, Patrick, Reliance, the Lulliard Insurance Agency, the St. Joseph County Police Department, Babsco, Tom's Car Care Center, and these great sponsors.
Shopping for tires used to make me want to blow a gasket. That was before I went to TireRack.com.
Tire Rack made it easy to find great tires at a great price. 2 years of free road hazard protection. Sealed the deal.
Tire Rack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. Check this out. A technician brought my new tires right to the house. He's installing them now. All set. Thanks. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
Experience the summer in style with decking from Big C Lumber. From the professional to the do-it-yourselfer, Big C will assist you through the entire deck planning process. Big C's selection of composite and PVC decking material offers durability and low maintenance, all while maintaining the look and feel of real wood. Our free delivery service ensures more of your budget is allocated toward your project. Revitalize your outdoor living space with Big C Lumber.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
Get cozy this season with Surf Fiber Internet plans starting at just $30 a month with AutoPay. The holidays bring more guests, more devices, and more reasons to go fiber fast. With Surf, you'll enjoy free installation, no contracts, no data caps, and all-in pricing that keeps things simple and affordable. Stay connected, stream your favorites, and share every moment without slowing down. Because with Surf, your internet is fast, reliable, and local. Get Surf Fiber Fast Internet today. Visit surfinternet.com for more information.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McKinnis Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McKinnis Realty today at 574-271-3440.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week is brought to you by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. And it is time now for our Tony Letcher Health Markets Student Athletes of the Week. We have Gage Riffle, a senior for the Triton Trojans, along with Mason Pearson, a senior for the Northwood Panthers. We'll start with Mason, who is a basketball player, of course, ranked #1 in the senior class, a member of his church youth group, part of 4-H, student council, National Honor Society vice president. How in the world do you pull it all off?
I have a great support system, and it makes it a lot easier when you enjoy what you do.
You are also in the running for a full-ride Lilly Scholarship. You'll hoop at Olivet Nazarene and study biochemistry next year with hopes of eventually being an optometrist. Take us through that process of why you want to do that.
Yeah, so optometry, I really like the idea of just being able to own my own practice, and then, I get to help people every day. I get to be on my feet. And I have a family friend that I went and job shadowed, and I loved everything about it. So,
and what does being a Northwood Panther mean to you?
I think it's just being a part of a, really hardworking community that cares about everyone and everyone. So it's just being a part of a great family.
Mason, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Gage Riffle, senior for the Triton Trojans. He was the quarterback on the football team, member of the basketball team, on the track and field team, 3.5 GPA, All Sports Leadership Council. How do you pull it all off?
I've got a lot. I got a lot going for me. I know that, and I just try to keep it all together. My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ helped me out with that a lot. It just gives me composure, gives me the will to do all things in His name, do things right, and He's a really great motivator.
You're going to go to Grace next year, play some basketball, also study business. How excited are you for that opportunity?
Super excited. It's such a great opportunity to stay close to home, get in an environment where I feel like I belong, and just play the sport that I love.
And obviously be a part of such a great program.
Yes, sir. That program is amazing, #1 ranked in NAIA. Great programs, both JV and varsity, all great community. It's just going to be a blast.
What does being a Triton Trojan mean to you?
That means everything, man. This community is so great. The fans are amazing. They're great people. great community, and it's just a great place to be.
Gage, thank you very much. Congratulations. Mason, congratulations one more time. Mason Pearson, Gage Riffle, 2 outstanding student athletes of the week, presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We have your opening tip-off of Northwood and Triton in the Sports Michiana Game of the Week right after this.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned. In Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
You don't always see the backbone of American products. You feel it. Ferret is where smart work meets hard work. We serve the USA by manufacturing purpose-built metal components that solve the problems others walk past. And we put in the work that makes Fourth and Long feel like first and goal. Calling all engineers and makers, past, present, and future. Your next career move begins at Ferret.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week is being brought to you by Ferret Custom Roll Forming. We form value. And the Ferret Custom Roll Forming pregame show rolls on here from the Trojan Trench. And as you can see, the players are standing at attention as we get ready to honor America with the playing of its national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
send the royalty check to Pentatonics for the national anthem as we get settled in for the starting lineups here on the Farrah Custom Roll Forming pregame show. Here's Anj.
All right, the Northwood Panthers starting Colin Dietzman, returning starter from a year ago, 6-foot senior guard, had 23 points last night in the win over Tippy Valley, was 5 of 9 from three-pointer. He was the steals leader last year. Brogan Farrell, a 6'4 senior forward, had 11 points last night. Caleb Vincent, 5'11 senior guard, 9 points, 5 rebounds versus Tippy Valley. Mason Pearson, a 6'7 senior forward, returning starter from a season ago. How about 7 assists from Mason last night? And Davis Everingham, a 6'3 senior forward, 10 points against Tippy Valley in the season opener last night.
Let's check in on what the teams are wearing, brought to us by our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. And as you saw, Northwood starting lineup being introduced. They are in the black jerseys with red numbers and red trim. And as the lights go down in the city, the Triton Trojans will be announced in their white jerseys with gold numerals trimmed in blue and gold piping.
The Triton starters are brought to you by Triton High School Athletics. Landon Patrick is a 5'11 senior point guard, averaging 4 points, 3.5 rebounds per game. He has 7 steals in just 2 games so far. Julian Swanson, a 5'9 senior shooting guard, 12 points, 3.5 rebounds, 3 assists per game. Jaden Overmeyer, a 6-foot senior forward, 11.5 points, 8 rebounds per game. Gage Riffle, a 6-foot senior guard, 6 points per game. He's a very good three-point shooter, although so far this year, only 2-11 from 3. They can need him getting going here tonight. And Brady Wood, a 5'11 sophomore guard, 8.5 points per game. He was a Hoosier North Freshman of the Year.
The keys to win for tonight's game are brought to us by our friends at the Lilliard Insurance Agency. For the Northwood Panthers, they want to make sure that they and compete for 32 minutes. And the Triton Trojans want to take care of the ball, get help on defense, especially down on the inside. Overmeyer can't guard a 6'7 guy by himself, and then they have to box out on the boards. The series history brought to us by our friends at OSMC. 49th meeting between these two rivals. Northwood leads the series 39-9. The first meeting in 1969. Northwood won it by 37 last year. The opening tip-off is sponsored by our friends at Babsco. Jerry Fitzpatrick will throw it up. He's working with Kim Curry and John Kramer. And the Northwood Panthers control the opening tip. They are 1-0 after defeating Tippecanoe Valley last night in the season opener. A year ago, Aaron Wolf's team went 19-5. That's Mason Pearson headed to Olivet Nazarene, giving it off to Colin Dietzman. Foul line jumper short, and the rebound to Jaden Overmeyer and the Triton Trojans, who come in with a record of 2-0, having defeated Oregon Davis and Plymouth in the early portion of the season. The Trojans last year went 23-5 on the year. Landon Patrick handles it up top. Cross-court pass comes to Gage Riffle for 3. The iron unkind, and the rebound comes to Pearson and Northwood. The big fella tried to go behind the back and turned it over. It's a breakaway for Julian Swanson and the Triton Trojans.
Using that speed and athleticism. We talked about the height advantage for Northwood, but certainly when it comes to the speed, that's going to belong to Triton, especially a very good defensive team.
Davis Everingham for 3. The iron unkind, and here comes Triton with the long rebound. Gage Riffle brings it up. Swanson with a pump-and-go move, and he's fouled by Caleb Vincent, the first on Northwood.
First quarter brought to you by Whitney Swanson with CMG Home Loans. We also like to let you know that Right Way Auto Sales, located across from Walmart in Warsaw. Quality vehicles, hassle-free financing, and proud supporters of the Triton Trojans. Thank you, Right Way Auto Sales.
Riffle handles it up top, and the three-pointer is good. Gage Riffle buries the 3, sponsored by Right Way Auto Sales, and Triton jumps to a 5-0 lead.
And that's a great early sign because of the fact that, as I mentioned, he was only 2 of 11.
Dietzman answers for Northwood. It's sponsored by Dietzman Grain Farm. He's already hit 6 3-pointers this season. Colin Dietzman a year ago only averaged 6 points a game. And a blocking foul on Caleb Vincent, who quickly has 2, and Aaron Wolf will go to the bench.
The Triton High School Athletics is proud to support our exceptional student athletes. Your commitment, passion, and sportsmanship inspires us all. We believe in your ability to excel both in sports and beyond. Go Trojans, and thank you to Triton High School for an outstanding spread once again for our crew. They love coming down here to the trench.
Can't blame them for that. Colin Edwards has checked into the game now for Northwood. He wears number 10. That big fella is Jaden Overmeyer, who ran for 1,900 yards on the football team this season. Now Swanson on the move. Switched hands, tried to go down the lane, lost it out of bounds.
Want to help your team look great? It's Tops can help. They're the official outfitter for a number of local schools and even Sports Michiana. They can do a lot more than just clothes. Learn more at itstops.net.
Colin Edwards brings it up for Northwood. There's Mason Pearson on the inside, and the big fella hits the baseline jumper. That will be a problem for Triton all night long, trying to defend him on the interior. We're tied at 5.
Be interesting to see how much Northwood tries to exploit that height advantage. That's really the first time they've done it so far here tonight. Can they use that in a major way this evening?
Julian Swanson hit the cutting riffle, and now Riffle needs help with the basketball. Gets it back to Swanson outside. Swanson directing traffic while guarded by Colin Dietzman. We've played 3 minutes. Overmeyer guarded by Pearson. Had to kick it back outside. Landon Patrick being harassed. Split the double team. Got the bucket and the bump. What a play.
Excellent work there by Landon Patrick. Driving inside. Take a look at the replay brought to you by Hoover Lumber. Drives inside. Contact by 2 different guys. Who did they call the foul on? It could have been either one. And he's going to line now to try to complete the 3-point play. The free throw brought to you by Right Way Auto Sales.
They call the foul on Colin Edwards. That's his first, the third on the team. And Patrick, a 67% free throw shooter and an all-conference golfer and basketball player, comes to the stripe. Pearson with the rebound. Edwards with the right. Will go to Triton.
Hoover Lumber is a local-owned lumber yard and hardware store that prides itself on quality products and service, stock full of Northwood alums. Hoover Lumber loves to say, "Go Panthers."
This is Brady Wood bringing it across, a talented sophomore who just blows by his defender there. Good recovery by Everingham. Now Riffle in the paint, fades, fires, can't hit. Pearson gets a loose ball rebound. Pearson showing the handles. Hands it off to Dietzman. Pearson, nice feed underneath, but it goes out of bounds off Brogan Farrell.
Really like the defense there by Triton. Their ability to close in and get the double teams and force some tight passes and small windows is what led to that turnover.
And that is exactly the kind of help defense that Jason Groves was talking to his team about during practice this week.
Before the game, we feature our Student Athletes of the Week presented by Tony Letcher. Tony is a lifelong resident of Michiana and a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you need assistance with insurance, Tony is your guy. Google Tony Letcher, Health Markets to connect.
Julian Swanson's your guy if you want a three-pointer, sponsored by Right Way Auto Sales. Swanson with his 4th three-pointer of the season. And the Trojans doubling up Northwood at 10-5. Dietzman with an answer. Not that time. And the rebound comes to Edwards. It's in the popcorn popper, and it gets knocked out of bounds, and Ken Curry says Triton ball.
Tell you what, there has not been many opportunities so far for the rebounds for Northwood, but you take a look at that last rebound or last three-pointer brought to you by Hoover Lumber. Great job there by Swanson bringing the ball down the floor and hitting the three.
Triton, one of the more solid teams in Class 1A. Jason Grove's team was spectacular down the stretch last year, and they're looking pretty good here early as Brady Wood, the sophomore, gets his first basket of the night. Wood came in averaging 8.5 points a game. Triton with a 7-point advantage. Everingham. Remember, this is a Northwood team really trying to find its identity, try to see who the leaders are going to be this year. Edwards coming in off the bench, had to kick it back outside. Everingham wide open, couldn't hit the three. Rebound, though, was loose. Bell missed that. Now Dietzman for three. That's no good. Pearson with another shot, but he went over the back, and the foul was called.
Well, Northwood can't complain about the second chance, third chance, fourth chance opportunities they had on that possession, but unable to get the points, and then Pearson getting the foul. We got a timeout on the floor, Chuck, and we'll be back right after this. You're watching the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
My name's Elizabeth, and I've been a member of the Notre Dame Credit Union for about 37 years. I had been driving a Prius, and I liked the Prius. But unfortunately, I live on a hill, and when it snows, I had a problem. So I called the credit union and told them I needed a new car. We did everything over the phone and the internet, picked up the car, and it was all done in less than a week. I would recommend the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union without question.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Tire Rack. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And the Northwood timeout brought to us by our friends at R. Yoder Construction. Aaron Wolf needed to talk to his team. They are a little sloppy offensively right now, trailing 12-5.
But you got to give a lot of credit to the Triton defense as one of the reasons why. They are really using that speed, swarming ability, backside, and second chance help that they are providing has been excellent so far.
Julian Swanson gets it outside to Isaac Quintana. Quintana in the game along with Jamison Swanson, who has the ball right now for the first time tonight. Both of them coming off the bench after that timeout. Triton trying to be very patient against this man-to-man defense, and then Swanson lays it in. He's got 7 tonight. Julian came in averaging 12 a game. He had a career-high 18 in the opener against Oregon Davis. Mason Pearson outside to Dietzman. And a whistle and a blocking foul called against Triton, which gets a rather derisive cheer from the Northwood faithful. The first violation called on the Trojans tonight.
Dietzman Grain Farm is a proud supporter of Panther basketball. Family owned and operated, Dietzman Grain Farm has been serving farmers near Leesburg and surrounding communities for more than 45 years. Trust Dietzman Grain Farm for your grain merchandising needs.
Dietzmans have been showing cattle for a long time, too. Colin started showing cattle at age 4. He's got the ball right now down on the wing.
We got a big cattle show tomorrow in Indianapolis.
As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons Northwood played Valley last night. There's so many players from both teams and coaches are going down to the cattle show. The missed shot there by Colin Edwards. Here comes Triton the other way with Gage Riffles. Step back 3. Wouldn't go home. The rebound careens around. It's still loose, and it's Triton ball.
Wow. What a job there by Isaac Quintana, keeping that ball alive. He would refuse to allow Northwood to gain possession, and ultimately it goes out of bounds on Northwood, and Triton gains possession.
Landon Patrick and Julian Swanson check back in for the Trojans. 1:18 to go, first quarter. You see the situation on the TireRack.com scoreboard at the bottom of your screen.
This first quarter brought to you by Whitney Swanson of CMG Home Loans, proud supporter of Triton basketball and the families who call our community home. Reach out to Whitney Swanson with CMG Financial if you are in need of a home loan.
Brady Wood with a topside triple. It's sponsored by Right Way Auto Sales, and Triton leads Northwood by 12. Down low the ball goes, and an easy feed to Brogan Farrell for his first basket, but it was Colin Edwards who set him up. And Triton will take its time. Jason Groves looks as though he might want to hold for one shot.
It's Michiana. The snow and ice is just getting started. Thankfully, the experts at Tire Rack know a thing or two about conquering winter's worst. They've got the dedicated winter tires that will elevate your drive and keep you safe. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And a player stepped out of bounds with the ball for Triton, so Northwood will get it back. With 25 seconds left in the first quarter, as you take a look at Aaron Wolf on the sidelines, his 19th year at Northwood, where he's won 316 games. His wife Sonia was a Northwood grad. Here's Dietzman down in the corner. Here's Pearson outside to Dietzman. They need him to get hot. Instead, it's a steal by Patrick. Can he beat the buzzer? He sure can. Wonderful first quarter for the Triton Trojans, and listen to the crowd at the trench. Colin Dietzman had a big three-pointer early for Northwood, but since then it's been all Triton. 19-7 Trojans after one on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Reliance, uniquely crafted to fit your lifestyle. Let's go downstairs for a Patrick sideline report. Bo Hunt, we're looking in that Trojan huddle. They are playing with confidence, aren't they?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing I see out here is just the confidence. They're not fazed by the height that Northwood has or anything like that. You can see the confidence in their players, and they got, 1, 2, 3 guys that are coming off the bench, sophomores as well, that feel that confidence as well and playing with that confidence. I really like this team, guys.
All right, thank you, Bo. Second quarter being brought to us by our friends at the St. Joseph County Police Department.
When you need a winning team for your next commercial project, count on R. Yoder Construction. From design and planning to full construction management, they deliver spaces that perform as well as they look. R. Yoder Construction, building with purpose, serving with character.
Triton shot 73% in the first quarter. They were 8 of 11, including 3 of 5 from 3. And Northwood was just 30%. And friends, that's the story of the game. Dietzman trying to answer, misfired. And the rebound sees bodies flying, and it comes to Triton. Julian Swanson. Now Landon Patrick, the grandson of the legendary coach Bill Patrick. It's Riffle for 3. That's well off the mark, but the ball came right to Jaden Overmeyer, and the big fellow with a reverse layup for 2. I say big, he's only 6 feet, but his shoulders are wide.
Those biceps look like the old 24-inch pythons that Hulk Hogan used to talk about.
Outside, Everingham lighted up. It's sponsored by Dietzman Grain Farm, and Davis Everingham has his first basket of the night. He was 2 of 4 from three-point range last night.
And they needed that in the worst way, down by 2 touchdowns here early in the second quarter.
Patrick expected Riffle to make a backdoor cut. He didn't. Colin Edwards comes back in for Northwood.
Patients trust OSMC for accessible expert orthopedic care, and this Wednesday they're hosting a free live Q&A. Game ready, ask us anything focused on sports injury prevention and recovery. With special guest Ian Book, former Notre Dame quarterback. Visit osmc.com for more information and to register.
Patrick leaves it off. A terrific defense that time by Mason Pearson to get back, force the held ball. Alternating possession goes to Triton.
Triton hasn't called a timeout yet, but it will be brought to you by Reichert & Knepp Wrecker Service. They congratulate Triton on a great start to the season with locations in Warsaw, South Bend, Plymouth, and New Haven. Reichert & Knepp Wrecker Service can handle any and all of your towing needs in northern Indiana. Learn more at rkrecord.com.
Wood missed the driving layup, so here comes Northwood the other way, and they throw it away. The steal by Patrick over Pearson. Couldn't hit it. Pearson gets the rebound. Now Northwood has numbers coming the other way. Vincent back in the game playing with 2 fouls. Will try a 3. Misfire, but the rebound comes to Farrell. So Vincent will try it again from 3. Why not? It's sponsored by Dietzman Grain Farm. Caleb Vincent named an IFC Academic Football All-American today. Hits his first bucket of the night.
Just like that, a 14-point lead down to 8.
5 different Panthers have scored here in the first half. Riffle shoots over Farrell, can't hit, and Northwood owning the rebounds right now.
You say 5 different players, but they only have 13 points. That means nobody has made more than 1 basket so far for the Panthers, so nobody getting hot early on.
I try to see things from a positive viewpoint. Here's Edwards underneath, and he's fouled by Riffle.
You know who brings a lot of positivity? That's Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn and Associates. She's been working in Panther Nation for over 40 years and is proud to be a Northwood Panthers supporter. Give Lori a call with all your real estate needs or questions. Go Panthers.
21-13, Triton on top. They led by as many as 14. Northwood in the midst of a 6-0 run. Pearson outside. Here's Edwards down low. Dietzman got covered up quickly. Triton playing just tenacious man-to-man defense right now. We got a push-off call against Triton.
Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital X-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
Pearson had it stripped away by Jamison Swanson. Triton held to just 2 points so far here in the second quarter. But the Trojans going to work on offense with Julian Swanson, who has led them in scoring tonight and penetrates but misses the layup. Now Dietzman and the Panthers in a hurry. Here's Edwards for 3. Yes, sir, and a timeout is called. No, we've got a whistle underneath. Looks like the three-pointer is going to count. It's sponsored by Dietzman Grain Farm. But a push-off foul against Mason Pearson will be his second.
Well, they're lucky that it was after the shot went off, as you saw the replay there, brought to you by Hoover Lumber.
So Pearson goes to the bench with 2 fouls, and we'll see if that allows Triton to be a little more aggressive on the inside. Julian Swanson looking for some help, finds it from his brother Jamison. He goes back to Julian for a foul line jumper that's off the mark. And now Northwood with a chance to cut it to 3 or even 2. Dietzman hits it to Caleb Vincent on the baseline.
I don't think he expected to be that wide open.
Here's Brogan Farrell down underneath. Northwood trying to figure out who's going to pull the trigger here on offense. And an offensive foul called against Northwood.
Napanee Family Eye Care has had clear vision since 1999 to be recognized as the premier eye care provider in Northern Indiana. What do they want to see tonight? A North.com to make an appointment today.
Isaac Bell is called for the moving screen. And so Triton with this 5-point lead and 3:40 to go here in the first half. Swanson got a step on Dietzman and took it to the hole. Julian Swanson leads all scorers with 9 tonight. He was an all-conference selection a year ago. Bell. Dietzman, good ball movement here. Brogan Farrell will have to kick it back outside. Now they get it back low to Farrell, but he brought it down low. Gets the bucket and the bump.
Take a look at the replay brought to you by Hoover Lumber. Staying with it off the high glass and gets it to drop, plus the foul and an opportunity for a 3-point play here. Right Way Auto Sales located across from Walmart in Warsaw. Quality vehicles, hassle-free financing, and proud supporter of the Triton Trojans. Thank you, Right Way Auto Sales, for your support here tonight.
Farrell perfect at the line last night, and he hits the first free throw of the night for the Panthers, who have now crept back within 4.
Again, it was as high as 14, so they have shaved 10 points off this deficit here in the second quarter.
Brady Wood kicks it outside. Jamison Swanson whips it down low to Overmeyer for 2.
Oh, what a pass.
Beautiful feed from the sophomore Swanson.
Maybe an early.
Overmeyer took a shot down in the lane. That left Bell open, and now we've got a whistle, and they want to take a look at Jamison Overmeyer. He really got clocked down there in the lane. You'll get another look at the three-pointer or the pass to Overmeyer from Hoover Lumber.
Big play of the game candidate right there. But yeah, that was then right after that, obviously, he was laboring a little bit on that leg, so hopefully he's all right. Training staff looking at him on the bench right now.
Here's Swanson trying to drive baseline, and a whistle and an offensive foul called. It's a hook on Swanson, and that's his second. When he made that pivot, he put his arm right around the defender.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institution of choice for Sports Michiana, plus hundreds of churches and schools. Utilize their Elevate tools to help raise funds and drive your mission. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/elevate to learn more.
Dietzman for three, rattles out, and the rebound collected by Riffle.
Sometimes we say balls are halfway in. That looked like it was 3/4 of the way in.
Nice feed in to Landon Patrick. He lost it going up, and it'll be Northwood ball.
Big C Lumber is the best choice for your next home improvement project. Family owned for over 100 years. They know the ins and outs of every home project you need completed, and our knowledgeable sales staff will help you get the job done. See the difference a culture of caring can make at Big C Lumber.
Colin Edwards out. It's sponsored by Dietzman Grain Farm. Davis Evernham's second three of the night makes it a one-possession game. Here's Patrick in the corner, guarded by Dietzman. Brady Wood for three. Couldn't hit it, but Dietzman is called for the push-off foul. He was taking Isaac Quintana behind the woodshed that time.
Locally owned Central Automotive in downtown South Bend is your answer for oil changes, brakes, air conditioning repairs. Take a look at the Hoover Lumber replay, general maintenance, and more. Check out Central Automotive at Lafayette and Colfax. We're here for all your automotive needs.
Good to see Jaden Overmeyer coming back in the game along with Julian Swanson. They'll take a little risk here with Swanson playing him with two fouls for the final 1:33 of the half. Riffle drives it into the lane and then charged. He just came up with the left forearm like he was stiff-arming a football defender. And he picks up his second.
We take a look at the replay brought to you by Hoover Lumber. And great work there by Davis Everingham, getting those feet set. He knew it was coming. He braced for it. He took the shot. He got the offensive foul called, the charge called. And Northwood gets the ball and a chance to tie perhaps with a three.
Great coaching battle here tonight between Aaron Wolf and Jason Groves. Everingham had the hot hand, couldn't hit that three. Triton coming up the court in a hurry. Here's Overmeyer. Working on Everingham. Goes down low and banks it home. Jaden Overmeyer with 6. And Everingham might have taken an inadvertent elbow to the head. Kim Curry wanted to check on him real quick, and they'll bring him out and put Isaac Bell in.
Ferret Custom Roll Forming, the best choice in metal fabrication, provides ISO certified quality with unparalleled service and support. At Ferret Custom Roll Forming, we form value. Learn more at ferretrollforming.com.
A pass breakup by Patrick that time, and Northwood will retain it with 43.4 seconds left in the half.
Speaking of Patrick, different kind. Since 1959, Patrick Industries in Elkhart has empowered outdoor enthusiasts to achieve next-level recreation experiences. Patrick is a proud supporter of our local teams and athletes, empowering excellence on and off the court.
Northwood showing some patience around the perimeter, trailing by 5. Let's see if Aaron Wolf will try to hold for the last shot here. Again, the clock at the bottom of your screen. Now they go down low to Farrell. Bucket in the bump.
Outstanding to set that one up. They had a lot of patience, waited for their opportunity, and then they fired inside. Take a look at the replay brought to you by Hoover Lumber. get it in the corner, firing it inside. A lot of credit to Caleb Vincent for that assist.
The foul is called on Jaden Overmeyer, his first. Brogan Farrell, who Aaron Wolf told me had a really strong offseason, maybe the most improved player on this team from the offseason, is going to the line. Farrell with 7 points tonight. He had 11 in the opener against Valley last night.
He only averaged 1 point per game last year, so you see that improvement immediately so far this season.
And he hasn't missed a free throw yet this year. It's a 2-point game. Triton, let's see if they can hold for the last shot. It's stolen by Dietzman. We could have a tie at halftime. Long three by Patrick is just off the mark. Halftime and 27 all. We go downstairs for a Patrick sideline report. Here is Bo Hunt.
Aaron, down by 14 at one point in this game. You guys come back to tie it up. What happened in that first half?
I like our guys. I think it's just a group that's just going to keep playing. We always kind of preach, you don't play the scoreboard, you just got to play the game. And I think that they kind of did that. Tee it up for another 20 minutes. Let's see what happens.
What are the adjustments for second half?
You know what? I think we just need to settle down. I thought we got some reversals in the second quarter, and I thought we got better shots.
Thanks, Aaron.
All right.
Back to you guys.
Stick around, everybody. When we come back, we'll have our Ferret Custom Roll Forming halftime report featuring our Tom's Car Care Center halftime highlights. Tied at 27 between Northwood and Triton on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
Some say hustle and heart don't mix. But at Patrick, we prove otherwise every day. We're bold in our ambition and grounded in respect. Here, leadership is a mindset, and every voice matters. Built on integrity, fueled by collaboration, and united by purpose, we're stronger together. This is Patrick. We are better together.
You don't always see the backbone of American products. You feel it. Ferret is where smart work meets hard work. We serve the USA by manufacturing purpose-built metal components that solve the problems others walk past. And we put in the work that makes fourth and long feel like first and goal. Calling all engineers and makers, past, present, and future. Your next career move begins at Ferret.
Why do our auto insurance rates keep going up? Oh!
Dramatic increases in parts, labor, and medical care are causing auto insurance rates to soar nationwide. Lilliard's Insurance can protect you from auto rate increases with our available rate lock feature. And because Lilliard's Insurance is a local business, you get better service and deal with actual people. Hi, I'm Matt Lilliard. Call or text us today to see if you qualify.
Shopping for tires used to really ruffle my feathers. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack made it easy to identify the right tires. No more searching high and low, I got the best deal. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. They brought the tires to my neck of the woods and put them on, right here in my driveway.
You're all done.
Thank you. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Ledger, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Ledger today to schedule your free consultation or visit tledger.com.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
This edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, putting people over profits. Tied at 27 between Triton and Northwood here at the Trojan Trench as we welcome you to the Ferret Custom Roll Forming halftime report, and we welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby and Angelo DiCarlo, about the only people in the gym not taking a three-point shot here at the half, and a very entertaining first half.
Yeah, tale of two quarters to say the least. Triton completely dominating that first quarter. Jump out to a 14-point lead early in the second quarter, and then Northwood starts coming back. Pearson was a part of the comeback. Then he goes to the bench with 2 fouls, and you're like, okay, maybe this is where Triton extends the lead back out. And no, Northwood comes all the way back, ties it up at 27. We got a great game here for the, second week of the regular season.
Let's show you how it got to be this way with the Tom's Car Care Center halftime highlights, and we'll see that Landon Patrick and Triton got things going with a little bump and bucket right there. And then when Patrick gets the steal and the layup, the Trojans would build a 14-point first-half lead. But back comes Northwood. Brogan Farrell hacked in the act as he scores right there. He would lead Northwood in the first half with 8 points. Beautiful pass here to Jaden Overmeyer for the layup. That's a candidate for Big C Lumber play of the game. But right at the end of the half, Colin Dietzman with the steal and the bucket to tie the game at 27 here at halftime. Quick look at some of the first half numbers given to us by the Northwood staff. Northwood shooting 43.5% from the field, but 5 of 14 from three-point range. Triton 55% from the field, but the problem for the Trojans, they've had 7 turnovers in the first half. Tied at 27. We're back with our McKinnis Realty Around the Area halftime scoreboard when we come back on Sports Michiana.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
Get cozy this season with Surf Fiber Internet plans starting at just $30 a month with AutoPay. The holidays bring more guests, more devices, and more reasons to go fiber fast. With Surf, you'll enjoy free installation, no contracts, no data caps, and all-in pricing that keeps things simple and affordable. Stay connected, stream your favorites, and share every moment without slowing down. Because with Surf, your internet is fast, reliable, and local. Get Surf Fiber Fast Internet today. Visit surfinternet.com for more information.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by McKinnis Realty. It's realty with a purpose. Welcome inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby and Angelo DiCarlo. Time now to look at the McKinnis Realty Around the Area scoreboard. A final on the girls' side tonight. Couple of them. Westview beat Churubusco 62-14. Culver over Lakeland Christian 59-27. On the boys' side tonight, Northridge leads Culver Academies 11-5 in the second. At halftime, Homestead on top of Warsaw 24-20. They're in the fourth. Bethany Christian leads Mishawaka 40-37. Second quarter, Goshen leads South Bend Washington 34-26. Halftime, Rochester on top of Winnemac 28-27. Also at the half, Wawasee on top of Manchester 34-21. Concord leads Elkhart at the half 26-25. A final for Michigan, Eau Claire over Countryside Academy 69-42. And in the second quarter, TCU leads Notre Dame 27-23. Marcus Burton left the game with a left leg injury. We've got second half play-by-play coming your way from the Trojan Trench after this on Sports Michiana.
My name is Chuck. I'm a member of Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. The flexibility of having a HELOC made it simple to add items as we were going through the process of updating our house. So we didn't have to do everything at once. We could do it a little at a time as things changed, which made it flexible for us to use builders when they had downtime and get better prices for them. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Notre Dame Federal Credit Union.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today.
I don't think they can. And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week brought to you by the St. Joe County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. Quickly to Bo Hunt with the Patrick Sideline Report.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to Jason. He talked about his players losing guys on the defensive end. They're running the screens out. They're losing the three-point shooter. They got to really focus on that and also get a body on somebody. He said offensively, we were just hurrying stuff a little bit. We got in a groove and then started hurrying it. We got to slow it down just a little bit, guys.
And they scored 19 points in the first quarter, just 8 in the second. Tied at 27. Northwood starts the third quarter with the basketball. And a steal by Julian Swanson of Triton.
Third quarter brought to you by Reichert and Knepp Wrecker Service.
Brady Wood had that one rattle out. And here comes Northwood the other way, and stepping on the sidelines is Mason Pearson. 9th turnover of the game for the Panthers.
Right Way Auto Sales, located across from Walmart in Warsaw. Quality vehicles, hassle-free financing, and proud supporter of the Triton Trojans. Thank you, Right Way Auto Sales.
We mentioned earlier a couple of warhorse coaches in this one as Patrick misses the layup and Pearson comes the other way. And Pearson will feed Brogan Farrell for 2 more. He leads all scorers with 10.
And Northwood is ahead. Down by 14 early in the second quarter. They now have the lead.
First lead of the night for the Panthers. Overmeyer down low to Riffle. Riffle trying to work on the taller Farrell, had to throw it outside. Dietzman racing Patrick, and Dietzman shoved off.
Looking to buy or sell a home, McKinnis Realty is where service comes first. Family and veteran owned. They proudly serve our community heroes through the Homes for Heroes program, helping you save when you buy or sell. Learn more at McKinnisRealty.com. As take a look at the replay brought to you by Hoover Lumber.
You could see that arm go right into the body of Landon Patrick that time. You might be allowed to do that to the cattle, not to the opponent. Here's Overmeyer on the outside for Triton. Ball kind of juggled and an over-the-back call against Triton. It went off the hands of Julian Swanson and into the backcourt.
Triton High School Athletics, proud to support our exceptional student athletes. Your commitment, passion, sportsmanship inspires us all. We believe in your ability to excel both in sports and beyond. Go Trojans.
And a foul called on Brady Wood, his first. Actually, that's the second on Wood tonight. And a 2-point Northwood lead with the basketball. Dietzman got a step on his defender, goes in strong for 2. Colin Dietzman now with 7. The senior out of Leesburg, Indiana. Patrick lost the handle and then collides into Brogan Farrell and picks up the foul.
Sports Michiana's apparels, courtesy of our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. Clothes, office supplies, mugs. If you want to put your logo on something, odds are It's Tops can make it happen. Locally run since 1976, It's Tops gives you the personalized attention you deserve. Learn more at itstops.net.
Jamison Swanson checks in to take the place of Patrick. Pearson has been quiet tonight offensively and misses that shot. The rebound to Riffle. Griffel tried to show the handles and lost the handle. And on the held ball, it'll go to Triton.
Thank you to Tony Letcher for his incredible support of Sports Michiana. Tony is a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you're looking for assistance with Medicare, family, or individual health insurance, Google Tony Letcher Health Markets or visit tletcher.com. You see that hell ball replay brought to you by Hoover Lumber.
And they hold the ball too long trying to inbound it and get a 5-second call. So all the confidence that Triton played with in the first quarter, it's somehow evaporated from them because they're not playing with any confidence right now, looking as though they are hurried and worried out there on the floor.
Well, I mean, when you have a 14-point lead and it evaporates by halftime, now you're all of a sudden like, well, we got to win because we had this big lead, and it becomes a mental battle as much as anything.
Farrell had it poked away from behind by Wood, and Northwood will retain possession with 5:35 to go in the quarter.
Whitney Swanson of CMG Home Loans, proud supporter of Triton basketball and the families who call our community home. Reach out to Whitney Swanson with CMG Financial if you're in need of a home loan.
Lob into Farrell. Caleb Vincent trying to shake his defender. Got it to Davis Everingham, who missed the layup. Overmeyer controls the loose ball. Julian Swanson trying to strike some calm into this Triton team. That'll help. Swanson with 11 tonight, the first Trojan in double figures. Down to a 2-point game. Vincent down low to Pearson. Pearson put the elbow into Overmeyer, but Overmeyer had put the knee into the back of the leg of Pearson, and Overmeyer gets called for the foul.
You can't do that, can you?
Well, not legally.
Take a look at the replay brought to you by Hoover Lumber. They're a locally owned lumber yard and hardware store that prides itself on quality products and service. Stock full of Northwood alums. Hoover Lumber loves to say, "Go Panthers."
You can see some of those young Triton fans lined up right along the sideline. They have been standing on their feet the whole game.
They've been sitting on their feet since the JV game, which was a dandy one by Northwood thanks to a Ethan Sears three-pointer with 2 seconds left.
Nice cut. They give it down low to Pearson. Couldn't hit the layup. Ball batted in the air, and it comes to Wood. And a foul is called. I believe that's going to be called on Northwood. Well, there's some sort of violation here against Triton that Jerry Fitzpatrick is calling and explaining it here to Jason Groves. And it has to do apparently with Landon Patrick.
Meanwhile, Swanson on the other end talking to the other officials, as is Dietzman. By the way, Swanson and Dietzman have known each other since they were little boys. Been in the same church group when they grew up. Very good family friends for a long time.
Well, whatever the situation was, they have it straightened out.
And no fouls were called, right?
No.
Okay, then.
And Triton retains possession of the basketball, which they had when the whistle was blown. Possible it was an inadvertent whistle. Here's Swanson on the outside. Nice double team help by Bell that time when Swanson tried to penetrate. Now Swanson goes the other way, and the wing jumper is off the mark. The rebound to Isaac Bell. Caleb Vincent, now Bell. Northwood working it around the perimeter. Down low it goes to Vincent. Vincent trying to post up and hits. Caleb Vincent, the 5'11 senior, now with 5. And a whistle and another foul called on Northwood. It's going to go on Dietzman, his third.
Dietzman Grain Farm is a proud supporter of Panther basketball, family owned and operated. Dietzman Grain Farm has been serving farmers near Leesburg and surrounding communities for more than 45 years. Trust Dietzman Grain Farm for your grain merchandising needs.
A lot of traffic down there at the scorer's table with people coming and going. Kind of looks like O'Hare on Thanksgiving weekend. 4-point lead for Northwood. Overmeyer comes out to the wing to help out. Overmeyer trying to drive by Pearson and does. Nice move by Jaden Overmeyer. He has 8. And the 6-foot senior, what a story he is. At age 6, he smelled smoke in his house, told his mom, who called 911, saved not only the house, but his mom, sister, and him.
Unbelievable.
Pearson inside for the easy bucket. Mason Pearson with 4 points tonight.
Well, he needed that one because he's had at least 2, maybe 3 balls that rimmed around and fell off. That has to shake your confidence a little bit, and finally there to get an easy one to go.
Wood, the sophomore, with a little shake and bake move there. Brady with 7. And the Hoosier North Conference Freshman of the Year from a year ago makes it a 2-point game.
The future of this Triton program will be the guy next year as a junior.
Pearson goes crashing in, whistle underneath. I think it's a charge on Mason Pearson.
Just like that, Triton will have the ball and an opportunity to take the lead. As you take a look at the replay, brought to you by Hoover Lumber, and great work there. Feeling the lumber, taking the charge, and getting the ball back for his team.
Gage Riffle, Tony Letcher, Health Market student athlete, with a smart play there.
That was Tony Letcher, student market, student
Tony
athlete,
Letcher,
health market, student athlete, harm on harm. Because it was Pearson on Riffle.
Here's Wood for the tie. 9 points for Brady. Back to a knotted up game at 35. Farrell. Now to Bell. They haven't gone to Farrell down on the block in a while. It might be time. There he is, working on Wood. Farrell up strong, couldn't get it to go, but it'll go to the line for 2 free throws after the foul on Brady Wood, his 3rd.
Tire Rack doesn't just sell tires, they test them on the road and on their test track. Learn how the tires you want, tackle evasive maneuvers, drive and stop in the rain, or just handle the everyday commute. Go to TireRack.com to see their test results, tire ratings, and consumer reviews. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Farrell hits the first. Brogan now with 11 points on the night. That matches what he had last night against Tippecanoe Valley.
Only one timeout tonight by both teams. That was sponsored by R. Yoder Construction. When you need a contact R. Yoder Construction. From design and planning to full construction management, they deliver spaces that perform as well as they look. R. Yoder Construction, building with purpose, serving with character.
Farrell finally misses a free throw for the first time all year. And it's a 1-point Panther lead with $1:22 left in the 3rd.
Well, it's not February. It's only game 2.
Well, he had been 6 out of 6 up until that point.
Yes, but just saying.
Nice cut. Overmeyer couldn't get the layup to go, but gets his own rebound.
Whoa. Swanson wanted to dial that one up.
Instead, he is fouled on the drive by Caleb Vincent, and that's his 3rd of the night. And that looks like it's the 4th foul on Northwood this quarter. So for the final minute 4 of the stanza, a foul will send the team to the line unless it's a player control. Swanson directs traffic. Landon Patrick back in the game now for Triton. And it looks like Northwood has gone to a 3-2 zone. Patrick down low to Overmeyer. Up and to Bell, and he draws the foul on Isaac Bell.
Patients trust OSMC for accessible expert orthopedic care, and this Wednesday they're hosting a free live Q&A, game ready, ask us anything, focused on sports injury prevention and recovery with special guest Ian Book, former Notre Dame quarterback. Visit osmc.com for more info and to register. Head on over, bring your kid. Probably get a good chance to meet Ian as well.
Jaden Overmeyer at the line. This is not necessarily his strong suit. He's 2 out of 6 on the year. Looking for his 10th point of the night. Got it. And we have a 1-point Triton lead with 45.5 seconds to go in the third. Pearson and Dietzman return for the Panthers for some offense.
Well, when you talk about them losing confidence when they lost the lead, here they now suddenly have the lead back. They've taken a 4-point Northwood lead midway through that third quarter and now ahead by 1 in the final 30 seconds of this third.
3 on the way for Everingham. It's sponsored by Dietzman Grain Farm. Third of the night for Davis Everingham. His brother's playing basketball up at Cornerstone now. And a timeout called by Jason Groves. It's sponsored by Reichert and Knepp Wrecker Service. 22.7 to go in the stanza. Northwood by a deuce on Sports Michiana.
Why is Babsco the premier electrical distributor? Because they have breakers, boxes, switches, resets, clamps, tapes, relays, covers, timers, batteries, wires, labels, ballast, heat-shrink, fixtures, plugs, tubing, lamps, load centers, and conduit. You can do it with Babsco Supply. With 2 locations in Elkhart and Warsaw. Visit Babsco.com. Babsco Supply, where they have everything.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Patrick. They're empowering outdoor enthusiasts since 1959.
That timeout was brought to you by Reichert and Knepp Wrecker Service. They congratulate Triton on a great season so far with locations in Warsaw, South Bend, Plymouth, and New Haven. Reichert and Knepp Wrecker Service can handle any and all of your towing needs in northern Indiana. Reichert.com.
22 seconds to go in the quarter. Triton trailing by 2. Jason Groves trying to set up that play during the timeout. Trapping 3-2 zone here by Northwood, and it gets a turnover. Caleb Vincent with the steal. Beautiful feed to Farrell for 2. Hang a star on that one. Patrick will try a 3. It doesn't go. And through 3 quarters, Northwood's defense transitioning into offense. A big steal by Vincent, feeding Brogan Farrell for 2. Panthers lead it by 4 as we go to the fourth on Sports Michiana.
It can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless. Before the fourth quarter, well, let's go downstairs for a Patrick sideline report. Bo, what has Northwood done here, especially in the third quarter, to turn this around?
Well, I think the biggest thing is when they hit the three-pointer and get it open and get that confidence, it really sparks that Northwood team, really opens up some stuff, especially with their size. When they can take advantage on the inside and the outside and kick it out, hit those threes, they're a very devastating team when that happens, guys.
Thank you very much, Bo. Reminder, our fourth quarter being brought to us by Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn and Associates.
Lori Sumter with Phil Hahn and Associates has been working in Panther Nation for over 40 years. Proud to be a Northwood Panther supporter. Give Lori a call with all your real estate needs or questions. Go Panthers. Lori specifically went for the fourth quarter right out of the gate. She knew it was going to be a good game.
And it has been. It's lived up to our expectations of this one. A battle of the unbeatens here tonight at the Trojan Trench, with Northwood leading by 4 to start the fourth. Brogan Farrell, the leading scorer for both teams tonight, will be going to the foul line after being fouled by Brady Wood.
Northwood now shooting 50% from the field. Triton shooting 51.6%. As you take a look at the replay, brought to you by Hoover Lumber. But a reminder, at the end of the first quarter, Triton was shooting 75% from the field, so that has come down tremendously. And here's an interesting stat. If you would have told me Triton would be out-rebounding Northwood by 1 in the fourth quarter, I would have never imagined Northwood would be leading the game. But that is the case right now in this contest. Turnovers are also even at 11 apiece.
15 points now for Brogan Farrell. And a 6-point Northwood lead, their biggest of the night. What will Triton do to try to answer here?
On that last possession of the Third quarter was a big one. Jason Groves calls a timeout to set up a play to try to tie the game going into the fourth. Instead, it's a turnover and points the other direction for Northwood. That's a big swing right now in this game.
Overmeyer with the head and shoulder fake, but the drive wasn't finished. And here's Northwood coming the other way. Everingham for three. He's hot. It's sponsored by Dietzman Grain Farm. That's his fourth of the night for Davis Everingham. Timeout called by Triton. It's sponsored by Reichert and Knepp Wrecker Service. 7:13 to go, and Northwood has opened up a 9-point lead on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to really rub me the wrong way. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's tire decision guide made it easy to find the right tires. Talk about secret sauce. You might ask, well, you bought them. Now how are you going to put them on? No problem. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose one that does mobile installation. A technician brought the tires right to my house. He's installing them now.
Almost finished, Herb. Take your time. I'm just marinating. TireRack.com. The way tire buying should be.
Yes, I was just in a bad car accident. I need help.
I'm in a call center. How am I supposed to help you? Did you buy this insurance over the interweb?
Yes.
You think this can wait till after my lunch break?
No, your lunch can wait.
When this happens, you'll understand why it's important to have a local agent. The Lilliard Insurance Agency is just that agency. We're a local agency and we're here to take care of you. Call the Lilliard Agency today.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by the Lilliard Insurance Agency. They're real people with real service and real value. And that's real camouflage and a real coonskin cap down there in the Triton student section, where they hope to be able to see the home team rally from a 9-point deficit here in the fourth.
It is hard to imagine the swing of this game. A minute or so into that second quarter, Triton was up by 14 points. Now they're down by 9. And they had the ball down by... I'm going to stop talking.
Here's Dietzman with the steal and score. And things are falling apart quickly for the Triton Trojans.
They had the ball down just 2 with 10 seconds left in the third quarter. And now a minute and change into the fourth. They're down by 11. 9-0 run here for Northwood.
Well, Julian Swanson, they've done a wonderful defensive job on him. He does have 11 points, but he had a lot of those early in this game, and he has not scored a lot here in the second half.
Actually, the run is bigger. It was 37-36. Triton was up by 1. This is a 12-0 run for Northwood, dating back to that third quarter.
Here's Swanson. Was reluctant to pull the trigger there from up top. Patrick, they're giving him the lane. He drives the lane and misses the layup. Jason Groves wanted a foul call there, didn't get it. Pearson outside. The physicality of Northwood has worn down Triton somewhat here tonight.
It hasn't shown in the rebounds or the turnovers, but it has made the difference in some of those loose balls and second chance opportunities here, especially in the second half.
And there's a foul called on Jamison Swanson on the inside. That's his second. But you can just see the exhaustion starting to set in on Triton because they've been having these big bodies just lean on them all night long.
Everything's flowing a little easier for Northwood, and it's more laboring for Triton, certainly, here. Whereas in that first quarter, they were flying around where the Trojans.
Yeah. They were the quicker team in the first quarter. That is not the case right now. Vincent's pass knocked away, and a collision on the sideline, and the foul, I believe, is going to be called on Riffle of Triton. That's his third.
Take a look at the replay brought to you by Hoover Lumber. Nice deflection. But good job there by Everingham.
Now, let's be fair in the analysis here, too. You've got a 3A team in Northwood with Mason Pearson going up top on the lob, taking on a 1A team in Triton. Do not be surprised if the Trojans take from this experience and benefit from it sometime in March.
One of the best programs in the state traditionally in Northwood, who just won the state championship 2 years ago.
Dietzman for three. Yes, sir. It's sponsored by Dietzman Grain Farm. Collin with 12. And a 16-point lead as Jason Groves taking a Riker to Nepwrecker service timeout. 4:51 to go, and Northwood in control on Sports Michiana.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McKinnis Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McKinnis Realty today at 574-271-3440.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Babsco, your trusted electrical distributor.
Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital x-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
I want to check in with Bo Hunt real quick with a Patrick sideline report. Bo, this is now a 17-0 Northwood run. I talked about the bodies of Northwood wearing down Triton. You're down there courtside. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm seeing down here. You talked about that first quarter, how Triton looked like the more aggressive team, the more confident team, but they just got kind of worn down here going into the fourth quarter. They're making mistakes that they don't normally make. They're just right there, that turnover right there. A lot of things that they normally don't do with their mistakes is because they're getting worn down by these big bodies.
You know, that's a little bit of a tribute to the strength and conditioning staff at Northwood, too. They have an excellent program there, and I'm not knocking the one here at Triton, but you look at the facilities that you see at Northwood for strength and conditioning, and you look at the upper bodies of these Northwood players.
Although right now I'm looking at the upper body of Jaden Overmeyer, and I would say, well, that's one that stands out certainly for Triton, but no question. And again, it goes back to the conversation you said before the commercial break, 3A versus 1A. And regardless, this is a Triton team that held their own against a 3A program that won the state title 2 years ago for the better part of this game until really the last seconds of the third quarter. And, you know, things have fallen apart here in the fourth. They've yet to score a point in the fourth quarter, has Triton. Now down by 16 on the 17-0 Northwood run.
4:11 left to go in this one. And it's an easy lay-in for Brogan Farrell, who has 17 tonight, a career high. And more than likely, we'll be chatting with Bo Hunt as our Reliance player of the game when this one is over.
Napanee Family Eye Care has had a clear vision since 1999 to be recognized as the premier eye care provider in northern Indiana. What do they want to see tonight? A Northwood victory. Visit NFE2020.com to make an appointment today. When we read that in the first half, I wasn't so sure they were going to get it. Now it's looking pretty good.
19-0 runs will have a tendency to help the cause.
Well, and that's the other thing. You do have to give Northwood credit for the fact that they stuck with it. They know they're a good shooting team. Their shots have gone down here in the second half that weren't going down in that first quarter.
Just the snap and the passes, the offensive execution, I think, really has to be pleasing to Aaron Wolf tonight. Yeah, they maybe haven't always finished at the rim as well as he would have liked, but overall, the performance of his team, I know when I saw him Wednesday at practice, he was a little on edge as to what he was going to see when he opened up this team, but they looked very good last night against Valley and have played well here at the Trojan Trench tonight.
And at the same time, for both teams, an incredible amount of teaching moments. And that's what you want to get in a game in December. And that's what both teams are going to get out of this game here tonight. Triton knows they can play with some very big teams. And there's a bucket from Overmeyer that ends the 19-0 run for Northwood.
And for Northwood, the schedule doesn't get any easier. They have to go to Topeka next Thursday night. and take on a Westview team that has started the season on a very strong note. Everingham misses that three, and a one-handed rebound by Landon Patrick. Wood for three, that's good. It's sponsored by Right Way Auto Sales. Brady Wood now has 12 and a timeout called. It's sponsored by Reichert and Knepp Service. We'll pause for 30 on Sports Michiana.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Tom's Car Care Center, the Coffee Spot Cafe, and the Waterworks Car Wash. 3 great services in one great place.
Right Way Auto Sales, located across from Walmart in Warsaw. Quality vehicles, hassle-free financing, and proud supporter of the Triton Trojans. Thank you, Right Way Auto Sales, for your support of tonight's broadcast.
Couple of scores on the McKinnis Realty Around the Area scoreboard finals. Winamac downs Rochester 62-48. And Fairfield unbeaten. They beat Prairie Heights 51-29. Colin Dietzman misses the layup, and Triton gets a chance to come the other way, trailing by 13.
Trojans didn't score their first points of the fourth quarter until about 2:30 left here in the quarter.
And an over-the-back foul on Jaden Overmeyer, his third. One more final to pass along on the McKinnis Realty Around the Area scoreboard. Goshen hammers South Bend, Washington 85-51. Levi Sawatsky with 24 to lead the Redhawks.
We saw them against Marion on Tuesday night. Goshen going to be a good team. You didn't know that? They're going to be. They have a loaded group, and I think we're going to see Goshen certainly contending for both the NLC and the 4A Elkhart sectional titles.
Ball knocked away and stolen away by Julian Swanson, and Swanson had the ball swatted but is fouled on the way up and will go to the line for free throws. Sponsored by Right Way Auto Sales.
And make no mistake, these are two teams on the floor that are going to be contending for sectional titles as well. Northwood in 3A and then Triton in 1A as they take a look at that foul and what's sending them to the line on the Hoover Lumber instant replay.
Julian Swanson, 50% foul shooter on the year. Hits that one. He has 12 points tonight. Young man who has really improved not only as a defensive player, but also with his mid-range game. And he rattles home the second. Would love to see Triton get this down to single digits, if only so that the final score is more reflective of what the entire game was like, because for the first 3 quarters of this game, it was nip and tuck.
Absolutely. Well, in fact, actually, the first quarter was all Triton, right? It's been a game of mood swings, to say the least. Triton outscored Northwood 19-7 in the first quarter. Northwood outscored Triton 20-8 in the second quarter, and then a 19-0 Northwood run late in the third quarter into the bulk of the fourth quarter is the difference in this game.
Caleb Vincent will take a timeout. It's sponsored by R. Yoder Construction. 46 seconds to go. Panthers by 11 on Sports Michiana. And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. He's got the right coverage at the right price. Little cutie night here at the Trojan Trench, and those are 2 qualifiers watching the cheerleaders perform in between sessions. 55-44 in favor of Northwood with 46 seconds to go. Bad news for the Notre Dame basketball team. Marcus Burton had to leave the game tonight with a left leg injury. He is sitting on the bench currently wearing a boot. That is not good for Micah Shrewsbury's squad.
Now our prayers are with the former Indiana Mr. Basketball and Penn High School alum. Never good to see that.
Final in Michigan tonight, Bridgman defeats Allegan 55-51. Sam Fennick with 14 to lead the Bees. Bumping foul on Landon Patrick will send Colin Edwards to the foul line for the first time this season.
Fouls called on number 4, Landon.
Another McKinnis Realty around the area final. LaVille has beaten John Glenn tonight by a count of 47-35. Nice bounce back win for Michael Edison's squad. Edwards, who only played 12 games last season, but played 21 minutes last night and has played quite a bit here tonight, misses the foul shot. He does have 3 points here tonight. He'll get another. And hits. 12-point Panther lead with 40 seconds to go.
Kudos to the fans from both teams. Good crowd here for a December game, especially in a three-pointer here.
Jamison Swanson with the three, sponsored by Right Way Auto Sales. Triton gets it down to 9, but then they foul right away.
Take a look at the replay brought to you by Hoover Lumber.
Swanson with a downtown bomb there.
That was a long one. That was at least a college, maybe an NBA three range.
It'll be Caleb Vincent going to the foul line. Vincent, a three-sport athlete. He is on the golf and tennis teams at Northwood. And he rattles home the free throw. He has 6 points tonight.
Has to be a lot of fun for Julian and Jamison, two brothers, one a senior, one a sophomore, getting some opportunities to play together. All very senior-laden team, but then you got a couple sophomores that are contributing in a big way for this Triton team.
11-point lead now for Northwood. Here's Swanson again. This time it won't go, and Pearson is able to collect the rebound. And I think Triton may be done fouling for the night. Jason Grove says, let this one play out. Aaron Wolf will see his team go to 2-0 on the season as the Northwood Panthers prevail over the Triton Trojans tonight. Your final score, Northwood 58, Triton 47. And we will keep it here for our Ferret Custom Roll Forming post-game show as the two teams get ready to shake hands. Brogan Farrell with 17 points tonight, leading all scores. Northwood had 3 in double figures. Colin Dietzman had 12. Davis Everingham had 12. And for Triton, they had 3 in double figures as well. Julian Swanson leading the way with 13 points. Jaden Overmeyer had 12. And Brady Wood had 12. And first we'll get an opportunity, hopefully, to meet our Reliance player of the game. Bo Hunt trying to get a step here on Brogan Farrell. But first we'll bring you upstairs inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck and Anj high above the fray. Impressive win for Northwood. Let's go downstairs for our Reliance player of the game. Brogan Farrell standing by with Bo Hunt.
Brogan, 17 points tonight. You guys were down by 14 at one point. What changed out there for you guys?
Halftime, I would say. Coach said just follow the game plan. That's what we did. My teammates found me when I was open. That's how we did it.
5 seniors starting the lineup, but not a lot of returning starters. All those guys are gone. What has that built on for you guys?
I would say just the offseason. We knew the talk was going to be we lost 3 of our big players, but we just didn't care about that. We said us.
You guys really had a great offseason. What type of work did you guys have to do to really overcome what you guys knew you had to this year?
I would say it's the fundamentals. Us, few seniors that didn't have much varsity time. We just worked on our ball handling and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Very good Triton team that you guys came back and you guys beat them by double digits. Just where do you guys go from here?
Next team. That's all we worried about. The next team. That's it.
Great answer.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Bo. And now it's time to look at our Big C Lumber play of the game tonight. Despite the final score being an 11-point margin for Northwood, this was a close game at the end of the third quarter when the defense ran into offense.
Yeah, they had the opportunity here to Triton had the opportunity to tie the game at the end of the third quarter. Instead, Northwood gets the steal, the beautiful pass there by Caleb Vincent, and ultimately the bucket for Northwood. It ended up being part of a 19-0 Northwood run. Triton did not score until 2:30 left in the fourth quarter. Again, they were leading 37-36 in the final minute or so of the third quarter, and then they don't score again for almost a full quarter at that point. And that's when Northwood did all its damage to go on a 19-0 run, and an impressive turnaround for the Panthers, because remember, they were down by as many as 14 in that first half early in the second quarter.
Good daily double for Brogan Farrell. He not only gets the Reliance player of the game, but gets the bucket on the Big C Lumber play of the game. And for Aaron Wolf, well, he said his team came into the season looking for an identity. I would say one of the identities that they have is tough, and another one would be resilient.
Absolutely. I think resilient was the word I was thinking of, because when you don't have as much experience, you can fold pretty quickly down by 14. Experience, I certainly mean varsity minutes playing in the game, because they have a lot of veterans. They're very senior laden, so they definitely have that, and maybe that's the difference, right? Just because those guys haven't been playing as many minutes as you would expect from a typical senior, they still have the experience of being in the program for a long time, and it's a great program. Remember, 2 years ago, they were down there. They saw what this team was able to do winning a state championship, so they were around that. They were able to see that. They got those extra practices in. They practice against those players to get better, and now you're seeing that as they get their opportunity to lead the program.
Triton will have to find a way to deal with physical teams. Northwood just wore them down tonight. To be fair, there's not going to be a lot of teams on the Trojan schedule that are going to be as physical as Northwood.
No, I think Triton's going to be fine. This is a great early test for them. They showed what their medal is all about. They were up 14 on a 3A program. Back, they played really good basketball for 3 quarters. The fourth quarter got away from them, but for those 3 quarters they played really good basketball, and I think they have a lot of learning lessons they will get out of this. They'll be a better team because of this game, not only here in December, but certainly the rest of the season and when it matters most, come March.
Final stats for this one: Northwood wound up shooting 53% from the field and 8 of 18 from three-point range, 44%. Triton was 48% from the field and just 5 of 15 from three-point range. Turnovers were about even, 14 for Northwood, 13 for Triton. Northwood wound up out rebounding them 23-19, but that's not bad. But here's a stat that Aaron Wolf's going to love. Out of the 21 baskets tonight for Northwood, they had 15 assists. That's great ball movement, and you saw some of it on our Big C Lumber play of the game. That's going to do it for our Ferret Custom Roll Forming post-game show from the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Our thanks to our Sports Michiana crew who helped bring you this one, led by the G-Man, Gary Martin. He had Tony Beltran, Chris Skibby, and Duran Gray working with him in the truck. And then out here running the cameras tonight, we had Luke McDowell, Matt Demuth, and Ryan Fitzpatrick. A reminder, we've got the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union Irish football fix for you Monday night on Pulse FM at 7 p.m. We'll find out by then what Notre Dame is going to do in the postseason, whether they're going to the CFP or to a bowl game. Plus, we'll have several Focus on Faith for you in that show. And then next Friday night, more high school basketball. We'll be over on the banks of the Vago as New Prairie visits Jimtown. Drew Lutz, the new coach at New Prairie, taking on Ryan Varga at Jimtown. Now, for my broadcast partners, Angelo DiCarlo and Bo Hunt, it's Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final, Northwood 58, Triton 47. So long from the beautiful burb of Bourbon. Thank you for watching the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Tony Letcher Health Markets, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Big C Lumber, Ferret Custom Roll Forming, McKinnis Realty, Patrick, Reliance, the Lulliard Insurance Agency, the St. Joseph County Police Department, Babsco, Tom's Car Care Center, and these great sponsors. Support us by supporting them.